Well, good afternoon, YouTube. I'm going to try this again. I've tried 3 times to shoot this video today, and it just is not working. But we've got the old Hustler Raptor here. And earlier today, this morning, matter of fact, before I mowed my own grass, made this little DIY striping kit for it. Because I'm just too cheap to buy one. Now, all this is, if you couldn't tell already, is a chunk of an old tire that blew out on my other trailer. And a 1x4 rough cut chunk of cedar, and then there's 2 bolts in here that go through the factory bolt holes, and then I think I've got a half a dozen screws that are actually holding the rubber onto the wood. Now, I was going to use something a little bit lighter, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where it went, so I used the tire instead, which is nice because you can back up on it, and even though it'll roll up underneath the deck, it's too stiff to get pulled up into the blades. Plus, it should last a good long time because it's a steel belted radial. Anyway, but all I did, I just measured across in between the tires from the inside to inside, because the tires will do enough striping on their own just from the weight rolling the grass down. You just need something in the middle to lay it all over in the same direction. And it was 24 inches inside to inside on the tires. So I cut this at 26 just so there'd be an inch overlap on each side. Make sure I didn't leave any funky marks. Bolted it all on. I don't know if I said this already, but the holes that these bolts go through were factory holes in the deck, presumably for a striping kit or some other accessory. And I honestly have to say, I am impressed with the results. Right now it's about 8:20, 8:30 at night, so the sun's going down, so it's not as distinct as it was earlier. But you can see, I mean, looking out across that yard, that thing, it left some pretty decent stripes before, but that is, stellar in comparison. Now, I don't know if you can see down here, see the stripes going down the yard there. Now, the grass across the street is an old neighbor of ours. He also has a similar mower, and I don't know if he's got a factory kit on his or that's just about the way it stripes, but that's what you're looking at. And I mean, I think honestly, once the sun hits this and you can really see it, I think it'll stand out really well. I mean, it's actually showing up a lot better on video right now than you can see in person because of the fact that it's getting dark. But you can definitely, I mean, looking at it this direction, you can definitely see the stripes across the yard. Now, mind you, those darker lines are just where the tire was running, because even though we haven't had rain in 2 days, it was a little bit wet. And there I ended up having to make an emergency run across the grass. So I've got one little oddball, but I'll walk over here to the back side, and maybe we can see, I don't know if you can see them going down the hill any better, because these were actually going across the hill over here instead of down, because this hill is just really not conducive to, you don't want to run up and down this hill. But yeah, as we're walking across them, you can definitely see them there. They're definitely showing up. And this grass I actually mowed with the deck in the full raised position. So the striping, the rubber tire chunk basically didn't have a whole lot of pressure on it. So, but all said and done, I think it actually turned out pretty good. It looks like it's doing a better job than it ever has before. So maybe I'll shoot some more video of it on a day when we get a little bit better light. And I'm sorry I didn't get much video of putting it together. I was kind of in a bit of a rush this morning, trying to get it done so I could get out and get my grass mowed and test out the DIY bagger kit that I made a couple days ago. I hadn't got a chance to run yet, but yeah, you can see the stripes here as well. So, and I'll bring you a little bit more up to date on the DIY bagger kit. It actually worked fairly well. The only downside on a mower like that Hustler is you almost need a vacuum on it, because it's some suction, because you can mow faster than it can blow the shaving, the clippings up the chute. So any rate, that all said and done, Please comment, rate, subscribe. Give me your thoughts. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you, guys.